Hello, and welcome to our TeamViewer integration into Zendesk webinar. We're so excited that you're able to join us today. My name is Samantha Jones, and I'm the Senior Marketing Manager with TeamViewer. And joining me today is Aaron Bosher, our Enterprise Solutions Engineer, aka Resident Tech Guru. We're both talking to you right now from our sunny Clearwater, Florida office. We hope everyone is having a great day. We're so glad to spend some time talking with you. Today, we'll be presenting how to enhance your omni-channel engagement with TeamViewer's integration into Zendesk. So basically, we'll be covering how to take an omni-channel approach to customer support. I'll spend a little time sharing with you TeamViewer's global footprint. We'll talk about omni versus multi-channel engagement and omni-channel customer service. Then we'll walk you through the Zendesk integration and demo how to enhance your live channels. Then after that, we'll take some questions from all of you and wrap it up. Before we begin, just some quick housekeeping. I'd like to introduce you to the webinar console so you can easily follow along. First of all, the widgets are resizable and movable. You can organize your own screen to fit your viewing needs. To move the widgets, use the blue controls there on your screen to minimize or maximize a widget. Drag the bottom right-hand corner to resize it. Click the blue paper icon to download resources and bookmark helpful links. Please use the blue Q&A button to ask any questions because you're all on mute, so it's the best way to raise your hand. And finally, you can click the blue question mark icon for tech help. Before we jump into the integration, I'd like to take the opportunity to tell you a little bit about TeamViewer. TeamViewer is an international company with headquarters in Germany and offices here in the US, lovely sunny Florida, Japan, Australia, and Armenia. We have more than 700 diverse employees, and our products support more than 30 languages. So don't worry, we've got you covered. Thanks to our SaaS-based software, there are no special hardware requirements for you or your customers to use the solution. It also supports multi-platforms and cross-platform communications between PC to mobile, mobile to mobile, and mobile to PC devices. Our software has been installed on more than 1.8 billion devices with more than 40 million devices online at any given time. These astonishing numbers have led so many Fortune 500 companies to rely on TeamViewer as their number one choice to bring colleagues across all platforms and devices together. In today's webinar, we'll showcase our integration with Zendesk support and chat channels. However, TeamViewer has many other pre-built integrations included free with your TeamViewer Premium and corporate licenses. Just to name a few, we have integrations that support IT service management and ticketing systems, remote monitoring, and other enterprise solutions. More information on these integrations can be found on our integrations landing page. You'll find a link for that information and more in the resources section right on the webinar console. So let's dive in. Most of you are probably familiar with these buzzwords, especially if you're already utilizing Zendesk support. But just for fun, let's recap the difference. A multi-channel experience refers to the many ways that customers can engage and interact with a company, most of which are fragmented, use different operating systems, and most likely aren't integrated. This makes it a challenge for companies to deliver a consistent customer experience. An omni-channel model, on the other hand, takes how you interact with customers to the next level. This approach to marketing, selling, and serving customers generates a positive customer service experience by delivering a seamless and cohesive engagement on each and every platform and device a customer uses to interact with your company. That's definitely one way to ensure happy customers. Companies are utilizing this technique to align their messaging, goals, objectives, creative content, design, and more to provide a consistent voice across each channel and device. So why not deploy an omni-channel approach at your company? It's really hard to say no when research consistently shows that this strategy is paying off in many ways, including strengthening relationships with customers and improving your bottom line. But don't just take my word for it. Check out these key stats from some recent industry research on omnichannel. First of all, 64% of customers expect to receive real real-time assistance regardless of the service channel they use. So you can see how customers aren't shy about setting what their expectations for excellent customer service are, even when they interact with businesses online. That really raises the customer service bar for companies. And 75% of respondents would return to a company with excellent service. And of course, that makes sense. They set their expectations, and if a company meets those expectations, they'll simply keep interacting with that company. And we all know what happens if we don't meet those expectations, right? But that's a whole other story. 33% will spend more with a company if they receive excellent customer service. Companies that embrace this customer engagement approach see a 9.9% year-over-year increase in annual revenue. You simply can't argue with that. So just think how much growth your company can experience if they implement an omni-channel approach. Say, for instance, if your company brings in 10 million in revenue, that means an extra million in revenue. Well, not quite a million, but pretty close. Now, if your company brings in 100 million in revenue, well, you get the point. That's a lot of revenue you're leaving on the table without adopting an omni-channel strategy. And if that's not enough to convince you, then our last stat will certainly give you something to consider. 87% of customers surveyed think that companies need to create a seamless experience for all their customers in every customer engagement channel. Long gone are the days when companies focus most of their sales and customer service experiences in silos. You really have to have a holistic, integrated approach to all of your customer-facing efforts to protect your brand and your growth. So that's a lot to consider for sure, especially when you're thinking about your omni-channel approach and the importance of picking the right integration partners. But then that's hopefully why you're joining us today. So with that said, let's move on to the good stuff. I'd like to hand this off to Aaron Boschers, our resident guru on the tech side of the house, who's going to talk to you more about how you can start delivering this seamless experience by utilizing TeamViewer with Zendesk support and chat. Over to you, Aaron.
All right, thank you very much, Sam. Now, as we go through the next few slides, please keep questions in mind. How many support channels do you currently offer? How many tickets do you handle per month through those current support channels? And how well integrated is your support solution? Zendesk Support puts all of your customer support interactions in one place, so communication is seamless. This allows you to manage and start all support cases from one place. And customers don't need to install anything. You can simply start a session with simply clicking one button. Keep in mind, Zendesk Support is a bring your own license requiring a premium or corporate TeamViewer subscription. So if you're already a Zendesk customer, if you have TeamViewer, you can already get to work. With the ticket forms, you can create multiple support request forms that show a unique set of ticket fields, making it easy for your agents to know what kind of support your customers needs. Now we'll go ahead and go through a quick demo of how to enable the integration for the TeamViewer through the Zendesk support. All right, 1 second here. Getting logged into Zendesk. All right, and there we go. So first, we're going to go ahead and create a new ticket field. So we'll go ahead and add a text field. We'll go ahead and put in the name of the ticket field and call it the TeamViewer app. Go ahead and save. Now we will need to go back down and get the field ID. That's important later, so go ahead and copy that. And now we switch back over to the Zendesk Marketplace, where we'll go ahead and install the TeamViewer app to our Zendesk support instance. Once we go ahead with that, we'll be back in the Zendesk where we'll have to finish the configuration. So first, we'll put in that field ID from earlier. Then we'll go ahead and set up a custom waiting message. And then lastly, we will set up the customer link text, and we can put in the dynamically generated URL by using the parameters on the right-hand side. All right. We'll scroll down and finish the installation. All right. Now, the one last step we have to do is actually go into a case and go ahead and enable the integration for your user. So we'll go ahead and click on the apps on the top right-hand side, and we'll go ahead and sign into TeamViewer. Once we finish signing in through TeamViewer, we'll go ahead and be able to simply click to insert a link into the ticket or the session, and we'll go ahead and send that to the user. Now, if we want to stay within Zendesk, we can go back into the case and go ahead and open the support case from there. It's that easy. And as you can see now, we got connected. All right. Next, we're going to talk about Zendesk Chat. It's just one of the other many channels that you may experience communication with your customers. Zendesk Chat offers you a fast and effective way to offer help to your customers. Chat allows your agents to engage over customers, websites, mobile apps, and popular messaging apps, including social media. That means you can build the best customer experience on the channels that your customers already are using. By adding chat, you also have the ability to help customers in real time, improving customer satisfaction. You can also switch from the chat to the remote session, which is a great feature. Now we'll go through the demo of how to integrate TeamViewer into the Zendesk Chat. So give me a moment while we get over to there. So from Zendesk support, we're going to change channels over to the chat channel. All right, and now we can see. Awesome. So very similar process. We're going to go ahead and enter the marketplace. Go ahead and get the TeamViewer app for Zendesk Chat. Same thing, go ahead and install it to your instance. And we'll go ahead and put in the very same waiting message, and we'll copy the same customer link text. No worries about this. If you don't know what you want to put in here, you can always go back in either of these integrations and change them to better fit your support needs. So now we can go ahead and initiate a chat with one of our users. There's one already waiting in the queue, so we'll go ahead and get started. But first, we'll need to go ahead and activate the integration by signing into TeamViewer. And accept the permissions. All right, now we can get started. So we'll go ahead and send a message to the customer waiting in the chat queue. And now we'll switch back over and we can show you what it looks like from the customer side. So you can see the chat pop up and the customer's responding. Now we switch back over to as the supporter, and we can go ahead and initiate that support session right from within the Zendesk Chat and send it to the user. As the user, they can acknowledge your support response and then go ahead and open the session. So now we'll switch back over as the supporter, and we'll go ahead and open the session to them so we can get connected. All right, and we are connected. Awesome. So it's really that simple to go ahead and get started between either the Zendesk support or the Zendesk Chat to enable the TeamViewer integration there and get to work. Personally, we'd like to thank you for joining us here today. And if there are any follow-up questions, please post them inside the Q&A section, and I'll do my best to answer with the remaining time we have left. All right.
right, well, thank you, Aaron. We've got a couple of questions from our viewers. First up is, when I configure the integration, do I have to manually assign this to each user?
That's a great question, whoever asked that. So with the integration, it is a global setting, so we don't have to actually put that information in for each user. You just simply enable the integration, and it's available for any of your technicians available within the Zendesk chat or support.
Well, great, Aaron. Thank you. Another question is there any additional cost for the integration?
Another great question. So with TeamViewer, this integration is zero cost. So as long as you have Zendesk and you have TeamViewer, you can simply enable them through the processes that we covered today and get to work.
Great. We've got a couple others. I'm already a TeamViewer customer. Can I use my existing customized quick support through the integration?
Yes. So all you need to do is simply assign your customized quick support to the company profile so that you're able to make sure that's available for all of your technicians.
Quick follow-up to that is, what happens if I have a perpetual license? Does it still work for that?
All right. So unfortunately, due to needing to maintain our integrations, you will need to be on our subscription license so that we can make sure that if Zendesk does any updates, you will be able to be supported with TeamViewer as well.
Great. Thank you. We've got a couple more here. Is the chat option from Zendesk chat or is it from TeamViewer?
So that would be from the Zendesk chat, not from TeamViewer.
Okay. If a customer is on a phone call, so there is no Zendesk ticket, email, chat in progress, can I get a URL to read to them over the phone to get them into a TeamViewer session?
You certainly can. That's a feature that's within your already used TeamViewer. But you know, in today's day and age, you want to make sure everything's documented. From using Zendesk, it's a really quick thing to go ahead and just initiate a ticket there, and then you don't have to switch to another system. You can go ahead and get started there.
Perfect. I've got one more. Does every technician need their own TeamViewer account for access?
That is correct. Everybody who will be using TeamViewer through Zendesk will need to have their own TeamViewer account. Okay. Well, thank you for all of you that submitted those questions. That was great. I wanted to thank you, Aaron, and for all of those who joined us today. Please don't forget you're going to have access to several helpful links right there in the resource section, including contact information, links to the research we shared, as well as products we demoed, and obviously our contact information. So please feel free to reach out if there are any additional questions. Just don't worry, though. You'll still be receiving a link to this presentation, as well as links to these tools and more. We're also going to be sending a survey out to capture your thoughts from today's webinar. We greatly value and appreciate your input, so please tell us what you think. Don't worry, Aaron and I have thick skins. And don't forget to visit our website, teamviewer.com, to check out our latest and greatest TeamViewer 14 remote desktop access and support software. We're even running some great holiday deals right now if you don't already have a license. Thanks again for your time, and I hope you all have a great day.